Okay, here goes. I've never made a reaction video before, but I've been watching them all over YouTube for the past couple years or so. Um, I am a caricature artist. By trade, I've been doing that for about 15 years. My name's Goodwin. I kind of specialize in really funny, crazy, exaggerated caricatures, cartoons of people's faces. But I also really love music, and I've dabbled in making some music. Some of it's on my YouTube channel as well. Um, but my musical taste is kind of all over the place. I like a lot of classic rock. I like a lot of progressive rock. I like a lot of rap and hip hop, electro. More recently, I've been getting into classical and jazz. Kind of all over the place. Anything from as gentle as like Simon and Garfunkel to more like classic rock like Led Zeppelin, AC/DC, then pop punk like Green Day. One of my favorite bands is Tool, which is more of a progressive metal. Love Eminem, Run the Jewels, Childish Gambino when it comes to rap, Lil Dicky, Outkast, Deadmau5 when it comes to electro. And anyway, so that's a little bit of an intro. I've taken some notes down just because I've never done this before. I've been a big fan of the Deftones Deftones. It's kind of like Eagles, where you want to call it the Eagles, but it's just Eagles. So Deftones, I've really enjoyed since White Pony came out. That was back when I was in high school, like over 20 years ago. And then I would listen to their next couple albums, some of their earlier albums as well. And then I kind of stopped listening to a lot of rock and metal for a while. Got more into electro and rap for a few years. Didn't really listen to that much hard rock at all. But the past couple years, I've been rediscovering a lot of bands that I used to listen to, getting into new metal bands. I guess some of those are new metal as well. And then Deftones, especially, I've been kind of rediscovering some of their older stuff and have listened to their two most recent albums, which include the Ohms album and the Gore album. I've listened to those a lot. I got these new Apple headphones, which have kind of made me want to rediscover music and have helped me like really appreciate a lot of stuff that I'd heard previously, but I'm hearing it with like so much more clarity and more of a musical ear than I used to have as well, because I've been learning more about music theory, kind of making some music here and there, and just kind of expanding my musical taste. So I've really loved the two most recent Deftones albums, and I wanted to take the next step back towards the album I'm going to be listening to, Koi no Yokan, I think is how you pronounce it. I know it's Japanese. I just looked it up. It means pretty much love at first sight, or knowing you might fall in love with someone you just met. Something like that. It's possible I've heard this album before, but if I did, it was a few years ago, and my ear for music is quite a bit better than it used to be. So I thought this would be a cool album to check out. I've been wanting to listen to it for a couple months, but I was waiting until I was ready to record a reaction for it and check that out. So let's see. I don't know too much about this album, but I'm excited to hear it. And I'm not going to be listening to any of the lyrics. I'm not going to be reading the lyrics because those can be pretty distracting on a first listen. I'll probably check those out later. But I wanted to just kind of go in and listen to the music overall and just kind of see how it feels, how it's sculpted together, how it's structured, and see how this compares to the newest stuff, and the stuff I'm already familiar with that I kind of grew up with and then kind of stepped away from for a while. So let's see, is there anything else I need to say? No, so I'm going to be playing it from my phone, which is going Bluetooth to the headphones. And I think I'm just going to like talk over it so I can just kind of listen to it without really pausing and get like a real feeling of how the song flows. So, Koi no Yokan. First track is Swerve City. So, yeah, I'm recording. Let's check it out. Swerve City. Straight into it. Yeah. Really mellow lyrics or vocals. Ooh, I like that melody. 1, 2, 3, da 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 da. 1, 2, 3, da da da. Cool. Man, his voice is really traveling through the air. It's really floaty. Whoa. It's a cool guitar tone. Really enjoying the drum pattern too, especially with the kick. It's got a really nice drive to it. That vocal melody is so cool. Oh. All right, let's go into the next track. That was really cool. Swerve City. So yeah, like it just had this really fun energy, kind of pushing it forward and trying to get the camera to focus. Yeah, it really had just a really easy to follow rhythm. It wasn't basic, but it was enough to like instantly get you into it. And had definitely a signature Deftones sound to it. Really heavy, but with like that mellowness that they have at the same time. It's like the beauty and the aggression happening kind of simultaneously. And yeah, I think my favorite part of it was probably just that really high singing, that high melody he was doing after singing about like traveling through the air. That really high melody was really cool. So seems like a great album opener. So now let's go on to Romantic Dreams. Let me just back it up so I catch the first note of it. Romantic Dreams. Ooh. I like how the first rhythm kind of made you feel it was going to go a certain way, but then it changed it. From 3/4. Oh, yeah. That's rhythm, tempo switch up. Oh, yeah. I like that. Whoa. Man, the rhythms are really cool in this. Yeah, it's going back and forth between 3/4 and 4/4, which is pretty cool. I like this a lot. Weird vocals going on. I like it. Back and forth. Romantic Dreams. Yeah, like the feeling of it changes a lot throughout the song. I don't know if I've heard this before, but if I did, it sounds new now, so pretty much like hearing it for the first time. They love to use like really quick moving rhythms, but with kind of a slower groove to it simultaneously happening. Like it's aggressive yet chill at the same time. Romantic Dreams. Okay. Seems like they're really kind of like blending from one song into the next too, so it's a nice little transition so far. So Romantic Dreams. It did feel dreamy. It felt like wasn't as aggressive, had kind of a chill vibe overall. And yeah, like the rhythm just kept changing so much that it kept it pretty interesting. It wasn't predictable. It like how you move your body to it is changing every 20, 30 seconds or so, which made it pretty cool. Pretty fun to follow along with. And I'm sure like after I hear it a couple more times, I'll have it pretty memorized too. Not necessarily like the lyrics, but the feeling of it. Yeah, I liked it a lot. Okay, next is Leathers. Leathers. Okay, Let's check it out. Very atmospheric. Some kind of like dissonant piano keys. I do love the soundscapes that Deftones is really good at creating. Especially from like White Pony onward. Oh my god. Holy shit. That was really loud. Wow. Damn. So heavy. Oh man. I'm getting like full body chills. So cool. Gonna be honest, I think I have heard this album before, but only because it sounds very vaguely familiar, but I cannot predict where it's going, so pretty much like the first time. Oh man. Holy shit. They really fucking punch you in the face with it. Man. This dude's vocals are just so cool. Like everything. The drum patterns, the guitar and bass. This works all so well together. Oh shit, next one's starting. Just sometimes a little distracted because the camera's not really focusing well. Maybe because this thing's just... Anyway, shit, that was awesome. Man, I got the volume nice and loud too, so just with like that super chill intro where it was really atmospheric, and then they fucking punched me in the face when they came in. Man, and a couple other times too, where I just was so punched back from it. It was really cool. Yeah, like it's so like vaguely familiar that I'm like, I know this somewhere like deep inside my bones. I've heard this before because it is pretty memorable, but also it's been years. I might have only heard it once or twice, and I have no idea where it's going. So I can't say it's like the first time I've ever heard it for sure, but yeah, I have no idea where it's going, so might as well be the first time. It's just that like that feeling if you've heard a song like years and years ago, you're like, I think I know it, but you haven't really listened to it, and it's been so long that it's only just like a little bit of a seed of what you knew of it before. So that's how it's been so far. Where it's like just yeah, it's super vaguely familiar, but I'm loving this album. This is really cool. So I'm on the 4th track now, Poltergeist. Cool. I'm also looking at the album cover on my phone, and feels very psychedelic, kind of dreamlike, which is exactly up my alley. I love going to places like Wonder Spaces and Meow Wolf. And as an artist, I've made some psychedelic art as well. And I think Deftones have a good way of kind of creating like a very kind of surreal soundscape. Better than, or maybe that's just more of their focus than a lot of other bands. Excuse me, probably the closest would be like Tool, which I love, Dream Theater, some Rush, but yeah, like hardly anybody goes as heavy as Deftones. And heavy doesn't necessarily just mean like super fast. It's just like so headbangy and so just like monsters making music kind of thing. Yeah. I mean, with it being my first reaction, I'm also trying to like figure out a way to introduce myself in a way that is also relating to what I'm listening to in the experience I'm having. But yeah, this is really cool. I don't even know if I'm going to put this out, but I'm just trying for first time. So Poltergeist is up next. Grab some water. Okay, I just hope the camera can like stay a little more focused on me. Poltergeist. Let's do it. Just some kind of electro clap. Ooh. The sound of the guitar is so distorted. Oh, man. Man. That riff and the grittiness of it, so cool. Very different feeling here, more slowed down. Cadence is super rhythmic. They're really good at going from one rhythm to another where the feeling is so different. Yeah. But I never thought I'd hear clap sounds like that in a Deftones song. But I like it. Yeah. Yeah. It's just so mellow now. Poltergeist. I love the sound of this riff. Yeah. Okay. That was Poltergeist. Well, Poltergeist is like a prankster ghost. Sometimes I did feel like the track was floating like a ghost. Other times it felt like, yeah, playful and aggressive. Kind of like, I guess, like a poltergeist. That was cool. This is definitely an album. If the album is as solid as this when it continues on, like, this is definitely something I'm listening to a lot. This is really good. Yeah, so far, this has felt very familiar, but fresh at the same time. Fresh mostly because I do not really know it. But also, I can see where it falls kind of perfectly between other Deftones albums that I know and from earlier and from before this. Let me try that again. This album so far definitely sounds like the stuff that came before it and the stuff that came after it. Totally makes sense. It doesn't like stand out as a weird, like, where the hell were they going on this one? Not predictable, but this album definitely makes sense in the context of where it lies between other albums by Deftones. So, Entombed is next. Let's check it out. Also, I forget to be like doing this so I can see when I'm pressing play. That'll make it easier for myself. So, Entombed. Here we go. This sounds super familiar. This sounds a lot like stuff from Gore. This is kind of like that gentle ocean sound that they have sometimes.
From the day you arrived, I've remained at your side in chains.
I like the sound of that snare. It's very echoey. His voice is so like somewhere between floating in the ocean and flying through the clouds. But yeah, the sound of that snare is like instead of a normal snare sound, which is cool. They really hit you. So mellow. Like some of their music just makes you want to like just lay back, close your eyes, and
From the day
drift.
you arrived, I stand by your side. Placed inside, safe and sound.
For the chorus, they really like widen it and open up the sound of it. Even like the kick and the snare are much more like crisp and cut through instead of more muted. Just makes it like really punch.
Placed inside, safe inside. Shades of colors are all I see.
He really makes singing just sound so effortless. But it's not easy to do what he's doing. But he sounds like he could do it in his sleep. Like literally. Like his singing can either put you to sleep or like startle you awake from a dream. It's definitely one of the most mellow tracks on the album so far. And maybe one of their most mellow tracks ever. It's like really gentle. I mean, the chorus does like kick you in the ass still, but oh, shit. Entombed. Not sure why it's called that, because I have no idea what the lyrics are, but if that's how it feels being in a tomb, then I'm all for it. I mean, that felt like just floating. Just floating like in a lake, like a really gentle lake. And not really having a care in the world, just being like super meditative in the in the moment. Come on, camera. And yeah, just really like peaceful and zen. Guess it doesn't really matter whether I'm unfocused or not. Yeah, this album's great. Really great. Get me on camera. Okay. Nope. There we go. Okay. Next we have Graphic Nature. I heard like the first half second, I'm like, yeah, I know this. Who cares? It's the first time I'm hearing it in years, and I've been looking forward to this, and this is awesome. Graphic Nature. And again, it's like, yeah, I've heard it before, but it still sounds so fresh, it might as well be new. Graphic Nature, and we're going for it now. That's awesome. Got a cool filter on his voice.
And tell me your secret.
Ooh. These chords are really changing the feeling of it. Oh. Ooh, yeah. Man. They're so good at creating a mood and then shifting the mood. It feels so satisfying, that chord to that chord. No, 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 no. And some more tension. All right, where we go next? Cymbals are different. Really nice drum fills too. That kick pattern really like. Oscillation and down. Yeah, they really blend the songs into each other. Man, that was probably one of my favorites so far. Graphic Nature. Man, yeah, I got chills. Some good shit. Really like just the feelings. You know, a lot of songs are just like, oh, that sounds cool, but Deftones are really great at creating like very specific feelings and vibes that are you don't really hear in a lot of other music. Like, I don't know. Yeah, there's nothing quite like Deftones in the atmosphere and the feelings that they make. It's not the most like complicated like guitar or drums or bass or vocals, but just the vibe they create is just so solid and really like You just feel it. You feel it in your core. It's just such a something to groove on. Okay. Tempest, which is the name of one of the most epic and the longest songs by Tool. Tempest means like a great storm that brings about great change. Like that's the name of a Shakespeare play that is about the outer tempest and how that reflects into the inner tempest, the turmoil, the storm that we have within ourselves, that maybe we're fighting amongst ourselves or fighting within ourselves, within our own brain or feelings. So I wonder if it's going to elicit a feeling of turmoil. I feel like a lot of Deftones songs already kind of feel like that. So let's check it out. Tempest. Very watery, like underwater. Like being in a submarine or something. Ooh, yeah, super floaty.
Take out the stories they put into your mind. Embrace for the glory as you stare into the sky. The sky beneath.
Definitely got chills.
I know you can be tired.
This has a little bit of a feeling of the band Vast from the 90s.
Stare at the ceiling and switch back to your time. Just go ahead.
Nice slow groove.
I'll try and taste it. I know it should be right.
One, two, three, one, two, three, one, two, three, one, two, one, two, three, one, two, three, one, two.
Turning in circles, becoming the stations, the ancient arrival, got to the end. I'd like to be taken apart from the inside, then spin through the cycle, right to the
Really nice slow groove.
I wonder just how you shaped it to get back to your rise. Turning in circles, becoming the stations, the ancient arrival, got to the end. I'd like to be taken apart from the inside, then spin through the cycle, right to the
It's just like really lay back and chill music.
Awake for the glory. I know you can be.
I knew it was coming and I didn't really know it was coming. It was more intense than I was expecting. Well, I like that. Love that feeling. Like, what a cool flow between the instruments and his vocals. Man, it's also just so satisfying to finally hear this album. Been looking forward to it for a couple months. Excited to be able to just like listen to it a lot now. I don't know if it necessarily sounded like how I thought it might, but man, it was awesome. It's going right into GAUZE. Okay, so Tempest. Yeah, one of the most mellow, but like that da 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 was just really satisfying. That was probably my favorite part of that. It was definitely my favorite part of that song. I liked it a lot. What else can I say about that track? Yeah, it was just a really slow, mellow groove. Heavy, but slow and mellow. But yeah, that last part, that last cool groove was just even more than the cherry on the top. I'd say that was like the full dessert. Okay, so GAUZE is next. I know GAUZE is related to bandages and bruises. I wonder if the song is about something like that. I haven't really caught any of the lyrics, but I like just hearing vocals as an instrument, unless it's like listening to Eminem where the lyrics are like the main point of the song. Deftones is just kind of like a vibe. Not that they aren't great lyrics, but that's something for like a second listen. I find you can be like really distracted by reading the lyrics, because then you're just waiting for that next lyric to show up instead of enjoying the journey of the song. So I try not to read the lyrics the first time I listen to something, unless it's like, wait, what are they saying there? Like, pull up the lyrics. Oh, it's that. Okay. So far, I'm just really enjoying the music. So GAUZE is next. I drink water all day. GAUZE is next. GAUZE is next. I don't know about this camera. It's supposed to automatically focus, but it'd be nicer if I could like set it so that I'm within that like realm, within that area. It'll just stay focused. Anyway, GAUZE is the next track. I wonder how many tracks we have left. This is track 8 out of 11. Okay. Got a lot of burps. I don't know why. Okay, so GAUZE is next. Gauze is kind of a weird word to say, especially within the context of a sentence. Like, it doesn't flow very well. Gauze is next. And here we go. Straight into the aggressive.
It's a mistake, but go ahead and take a side. But watch how you choose. I'll be headed for a ride. 'Cause I just don't know if I could. I can't stop. Once you
He just effortlessly hits like such high notes. Real chuggy.
You've opened the gates. Now
I like how this song started with just one guitar and then you hear it's two guitars.
go on, it's cool. Now head into the fire.
Hearing some like echoey high notes too. Cool.
Just don't
A
know
little bit of like stereo texture bouncing.
can't stop. Once you begin, can't fight for what you began. I know what's inside for you again. Switch on your game.
So just decide.
Stop
There we go.
wasting all your time. 'Cause surprise it's you who face what you decide. Well, I think I'd have known about you. I can't stop once you begin. Can't fight for what you began. I know what's inside. I know you're fake. I know I can't
I
stop.
feel like Deftones songs have choruses, but they don't necessarily feel like choruses. They just feel like you're going somewhere else. Little UFO flying saucer. Oh, a little fade out. Yeah, this part's like super mellow. Heavy mellow. Deftones aren't heavy metal, they're heavy mellow. It's just like so slow and chill that it feels like It's almost like it's putting you to sleep, like in a good way. It's like a lullaby you would give a baby monster. Okay, that was GAUZE. GAUZE was great. GAUZE is good. GAUZE is great. And what else can I say about that? I think it probably wasn't one of my top tracks from the album, but I would never skip that song. Like, it's just so solid within the context of the album. Like, such a good vibe to it. And probably my favorite part was like the high pitched noises or notes that were going back and forth. Felt a little like almost a little sci-fi, especially when there was a little bit of like a UFO type of like swirling sound that happened. That plus the just the ding 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 ding. Not a good impression of that, but let's move on to Rosemary. I remember the name of this for sure. Let me just check, make sure we're still recording. Yep, it's been almost an hour. We got 3 songs left out of 11. Rosemary. Here we go. Nice delay. They do create some of the prettiest guitar sounds and some of the most heavy, aggressive sounds on guitar. Often within the same song. Sounds like a theme from a movie, or like a score you'd hear in the background. Maybe in like a sci-fi movie.
There's no sound, but the engines drone. Our minds set free to roam.
I know it's gonna get heavy. The kick where you'd normally hear the snare. Oh yeah. Oh. The time. I remember that. That a lot of tension of like the notes where they want to go. song is very slow. In a good way, though.
as the engine stalls.
I think I'm gonna fall asleep.
Our eyes catch sail, explode.
There it is. What an interesting melody. There's so much tension within it. I think it's just like a half step. And then tension dissolves. Feel a sense of peace. Oh, this feels like heaven. Oh shit. This feels so like, ugh, dirty. That was like, the heavenly part was like, after the childbirth, and now you realize this is Rosemary's baby and this kid is a devil. Ooh, beauty with a little bit of uneasiness, but mostly easy with a little uneasy. This part's very pretty. I don't know what else this reminds me of, but just so like gentle. Yeah, that was really good. Like they really know how to create like a heavy lullaby. Like something that's so relaxing and yet it has some like ugliness to it. Some like beautiful ugliness. That was a song I made once called Beautifully Ugly. This song is it's mostly beautiful, but there's definitely some tension and some ugliness and some, a little bit of uneasiness to it. But there's a lot of peace within it as well. Like kind of a floating peace. And then like there's a monster. I don't know if it's because of Rosemary's Baby, which I've actually never seen, but I'm pretty sure that's kind of like a Rosemary gives birth to some kind of demon child. Could be totally unrelated, but I think rosemary's like a type of plant as well. But not sure why it's called that, but it works. Cool. We got two more. Goon Squad. is the second to last track, Goon Squad. Okay, let's check it out. And yeah, like every track just goes perfectly into the next track. Like how they pieced it together and transitioned everything is really cool. It really flows well. Some cool like rising sounds and oscillating sounds. Wow, 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 wow. I'm gonna get hit in the face. Their guitar riffs are so cool. Yeah, the guitar has such a cool tone to it, with like a lot of grit, but it's also chunky, has body to it. Ooh. Those guitar notes add so much like weirdness to them. Oh. Okay. Might have been some different time signatures happening. Reminds me of a riff from White Pony. It might be like track 4, Fettuccine Sierra. I like that. Yeah, yeah. Like kind of quiet and on the side. like some very relaxing tension. I often feel very just like chill, relaxed. It's like very healing and cathartic listening to Deftones a lot of the time. Goon Squad. Nice. Yeah. Yeah, they do a lot to take you into a lot of different feelings. Which is pretty cool. What else can I say about that? I'm used to thinking a lot of things when I listen to music, but I don't normally articulate it out loud. I think it's I had a feeling the Goon Squad was coming, like in the beginning when it was just so mellow. They're really good at like sometimes they kind of ease you in to the slam in the face when they really hit you with the guitars and well all the instruments at once and the vocals often at the same time. But other times it like totally punches you. This one I felt like there's a little bit more of an ease in, like you knew it was coming. But yeah, I think my favorite part of that was just the you'd be singing something and then there'd be the yeah, kind of to the side, a little bit softer, but because it's on the side, like you still make it out. It's almost like a little call and response. Well, it's an echo, even though it's not the same word being said. That was cool. We're on the last track. What Happened to You? So far, this has been an awesome album. I really, really like it. Okay. Let's see what happens to the end of the album with What Happened to You. And here we go. Ooh, I like the sound of the drum kit. A lot of the frequencies have been taken out, so you just hear a little bit. And they're keeping the drums like that for now, which is cool. The vocals are really carrying this part. Yeah, it's starting to open up. I like those like palm muted guitar notes. Moving pretty quick to keep the pace going. The guitar rhythm is very similar to the drum rhythm in its tempo. Even though they're hitting different things. I feel like we probably haven't actually hit the chorus yet. I feel like this track feels very light and more like positive of a vibe overall than most of the other tracks. Yeah, it feels like optimistic. Maybe the lyrics aren't optimistic though, because he's talking about the sky falling, but almost feels like a fun, like summer beach vibe. The Sky Belongs to You, that's kind of optimistic. Positive. I like that rhythm. If you lose it, you gotta find it again, but it's not too hard to find. Oh, very kind of electronic. Man. Yeah, that was kind of a perfect album closer. It felt really like it leaves you with the feeling of optimism and not that I necessarily look to Deftones for optimism, like they can get very dark, especially with the lyrics, but the feeling of it was like hopeful and just felt like kind of the calm after the storm, and it was after Tempest, so a few songs after. Overall, yeah, super solid. There wasn't a single track where I'm like, I think I might skip that. I don't know if there might have been a song or two in the Deftones catalog that I felt was like not quite for me, but overall, I just really like them as super solid, like album creators. I'm more of an album guy anyway. I don't if a band or an artist only has like one or two songs, I don't normally get into them. I like a band or a musician that can create like something you can listen to and where it's kind of almost like a movie of sound. Especially something like Pink Floyd or Tool, where really the album overall takes you through a lot of different feelings, a lot of different sounds and arrangements, of course. I'm not really saying much of anything right now. Um, but yeah, they're super solid album creators where some songs definitely stand out more than others, but overall, it's just a great, very enjoyable listening experience. And especially on headphones, like they're a band that definitely is creating something that sounds better on headphones probably than just coming out of a boombox. It's more of an immersive experience, very atmospheric. Um, and overall, how does it compare to their other stuff? I'd say maybe not as like diverse as White Pony, but it's in the similar vein as Gore and Ohms, which I love. And I love this album. This is something I'm happy to be able to listen to a lot more now. Um, I think I did hear it before, but again, it's been so many years that, and I didn't listen to it, I don't know, a couple times, once, twice, 5 times. Um, I was not really, it might have been like in between when I really listened to metal and when I got back into it, I might have listened to it a few times and been like, oh yeah, this is cool. But I was maybe more into rap or electro at the time. But now that my ears and my brain are a little bit more suited for appreciating all the subtleties, Deftones is really good at crafting music that has a lot of nuance and detail, and overall just really good at creating interesting feelings. A lot of interesting rhythms that are catchy, textures, tones. They're really good at, especially guitar tones. His singing is just like otherworldly. Really creates a very tranquil mood, often a very peaceful mood, often a very like aggressive, like like a wailing banshee or a poltergeist, um, where he can like shriek and scream and use vocal fry like no other, but also sing in such a gentle, beautiful way too that you have to appreciate like how diverse he is as a vocalist. Overall, Koi no Yokan, fantastic. As far as other things I might react to, I still have to like see how this comes across, edit this together, sync it up with the audio of the music and everything. I want to do a lot of Radiohead albums. I've kind of gotten into them past year or so, and I've been working from their first album, Pablo Honey, to The Bends, to OK Computer, which I had heard a bunch of times, but I'd taken a break from for years, and then moved on to Kid A and Amnesiac, which are mind blowing. So I'm excited to go on to Hail to the Thief and everything that came after for Radiohead. Um, I heard an album by King Gizzard and the Wizard Lizard, which made me immediately fall in love with them. So I want to like start from the beginning and go through their stuff, possibly too, even though I know they have like 25 albums, so it might be a little too much. But maybe I'll just try it anyway because I'm excited to hear what they do. Anyway, that's unrelated to Deftones, but that's just what I'm thinking of checking out next. I'm also in the middle of working on one of my own songs that I hope to finish up within the next month or so. I also have to make a music video for it, so that's going to take quite a long time. But if you actually listen to this, cool, thanks. Hope you enjoyed it. It was fun being able to finally just listen to this album and kind of get my first impression of it on video in case if nobody else watches it, at least I can check it out and be like, oh yeah, I remember when I first thought that about this. So it's kind of on record to kind of revisit. Anyway, I think that's about it. That album was really cool. And I'm sure I'll listen to it again, probably even later today, or maybe take a break so I can like let it sink in and then really look forward to hearing it again, which I already do, maybe tomorrow. Anyway, that's about that. So I'm not going to say all this stuff about subscribe and follow or whatever. Yeah, if you like it, you like it. So there we go. Thanks for watching.